In 2008, 9, and 10, not only did I almost go broke, but spiritually and emotionally, I was so disgusted with myself. I had put my family at risk. I put myself at risk. But third, I couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Like, I wasn't broke, I was a coward. I was broken. You know, I had a little money, but I was broken. I was broken. My courage was like literally sucked out of me. My spirit was sucked out of me. Like Grant Cardone left the building. Right. And I didn't have any of my swag, bro. Like I couldn't swing it. And I swore to my wife, I said, next time this shit happens, this is 2010, 12 years ago. I said, the next time this happens, we had $50 million worth of debt. I said, I'll have 10 times the debt. That's where the 10X rule came from. Remember what they were saying? The mantra of 2008, 9, and 10 was too big to fail. They told the public every day what you need to be. Right. The message for every family is you must get too big to fail. And so then I was like, and still think it's small. I'm a 10X, my 50 million. And I'm gonna owe the bank 500 million next time. I owe them 2 billion right now. I should owe them 20 billion. I wish I owed them 20 billion. Because if you owe them enough, okay, they cannot be antagonistic. They have to collaborate with you. They can't kill you because now they kill themselves. It's suicide, right? Your partners, you're tied at the hip financially. So then I couldn't pull the trigger, bro. I had a guy, he asked to borrow $1 million from me at the time. He was running a company called ABC Mouse. He was starting this company 12 years ago. It's worth $3 or $4 billion today. Great dude. If there's one person on planet Earth you can give $1 million to, this guy will always get you handled. Super, super good dude. I said, Doug, I can't do it, bro. I got it, but I can't do it. And he said, no problem, man, don't worry about it, I understand. And bro, I regret that so much today because I didn't have the courage to help my friend. I thought I was doing the right thing because I was scared. I didn't do the right thing. I underestimated my ability to dig out, and I couldn't take advantage of the moment. I could have bought 20,000 units in 2010 that would today be worth another probably $6 or $7 billion. But I couldn't pull the trigger. This time, bruh, I am so ready this time. I got a nut sack. My nut sack is probably that big right now.
Why should you never buy a house?
Well, because houses are terrible investments. They're just awful, awful investments. You compare a house to investing in almost anything else. But I'm not talking about the S&P or, public stocks. The best investment you can make is in yourself. The return is infinite. If forever, you can never lose it. Warren Buffett talks about this. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Can't be inflated, can't be taxed. And then the second best investment is in your business. Why would I buy a house, a 2,000 square foot house that can go nowhere, cannot produce any money, customers aren't gonna come there, when I could go take the same 200 grand or whatever the money is, $6,000 investment, payments every month. I could invest that in a business. That's where people should be investing their money. So it's just this house isn't gonna pay me any money while I live in it. I gotta cross my fingers and hope that I clip somebody, that I find one. I'm on Billionaire Road. There's only 50 houses on this street. There's 3 of them my size. Only one of them has a pool like mine. Like, I'm going to kill someone on this house. It's gonna be one of these tech guys. Some guy that, is worth, 40 billion. He's gonna come over here and overpay for this house. I'll pick up my cheese and move on down the road. But most people, the everyday person, isn't able to buy these kind of houses. They're buying. So anyway, and we're seeing that right now. I was telling you before the housing correction, people should be out of these houses.
Yeah.
Now the housing correction is gonna happen, and a whole bunch of people, millions of people in America are gonna get crushed in housing. When you rent something, you call somebody and say, hey, fix that. When you own something, you fix it yourself. And money follows attention, and where your attention goes is where your money goes. And the last time I checked, me fixing a wood floor doesn't pay anything. Me building a business could pay me millions, and me fixing a wall or paint a wall, or it's a waste of time and energy. Real estate guys have to eat too, right?
Yeah.
So, and when you have, back to the illiquidity, real estate is an illiquid asset. You can't just sell it tomorrow. Don't be satisfied with yesterday's victory, and don't get hung up in yesterday's losses.
And you've clearly come a long way. I think many people listening don't know your background. You know, grew up in Lake Charles, right? I think you were one of 5 children. You know, you certainly didn't come from wealth.
100%. Like definitely. We weren't poor. We weren't poverty, right? I'm not complaining about the way I was brought up, because there's a billion people that came up way worse than I did. We had food. I had love. I had hugs. I had safety. I had direction. I had schools. I had a bike. My mom drove me I could either get on the bus or she'd drive me. Nobody was whipping me or beating me, or, you know, there was not bad stuff happening. And I blew all that. So I had less money when I was 25 than when I was 15. How's that possible? So ended up with a drug problem, bad drug problem between 15 and 25 that I'm not proud of, and that I finally beat. It could have killed me, by the way. It could have just as easily beat me. And from the age of 25 till today, I'm just grinding out, trying to figure out every day, doing something new, man. Like, I don't have it figured out. I know I don't have it figured out, but I'm in a pretty good place to, like, okay, I know some things that are working. And, you know, back to the 10X rule, I double down on that stuff now. And I go hard, really hard on a handful of things rather than try to be great at 100 things.
So I'm curious, I think now, today, you're a catalyst to a lot of people, you know, in terms of them thinking bigger, in terms of them transforming their lives. What was that catalyst event for you?
You know, I've been asked this a lot. I think it's like a lot. There's a lot. There's not a moment. There wasn't a thing. There wasn't, you know, for a fire to burn, everybody's like, who started the fire? Dude, somebody who kept it going. You know, I think the better question is, how do you keep the fire burning? Because everybody's got the spark. Everybody's got the spark. It's like, how'd you put it out? How'd you put it out? Who put it out? How do you find it again? And then once you get it again, dude, how do you add wood to it? I talked about this in a book that I wrote called If You're Not First, You're Last. Build a fire so hot, so big, so enormous, that people from all over the world, regardless of who you are, your religion, your race, your age, your sex, they're like, I got to go sit by that damn fire. And like, you can see it for miles away. You know, so like the fact that you say I'm a catalyst to other people, that is such a store of wealth for me. It's like you just filled up this big silo of what should be wheat in it with purpose. And because that is the ultimate wealth. The ultimate wealth is I helped other people. You know, another huge silo of wealth is my personal confidence that I can do, the idea that I can do almost anything. And not saying I can't do anything. I can't do anything, but if I don't quit, dude, I could probably figure it out, you know? And I have confidence in myself not to quit today. So, and I think the catalyst that I become for other people today is not the check, and it's not the money. I think some of that turns a lot of people on and off. I think the real one, the one that really that inspires my peers is, dude, your energy, bro. It's like, you just always relight. When I thought you were bright, you get it brighter. When I thought you were big, you make it bigger. And I don't do that for people. I'm not trying to please other people. I'm trying to please me.